Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the House of Ways and Means. Turn Down Fridays here again. Congratulations on making it through another week. We got a mukbang. We got pizza. Now this is a Philly cheesesteak pizza that we got. It's from a grocery store, not from like a major chain or anything. So we're gonna just test it out. I guess it's supposed to got some steak on it. I actually added a little provolone to the top. And then we got some other party food. Mozzarella cheese sticks, chicken strips, barbecue chicken strips, and some artichoke and spinach poppers. So we're gonna get right into it, guys, on another Turn Down Friday. Hungry, man. It was another long week. This pizza's hot though. So, one thing that was interesting that I saw this week, it was a meme. Maybe you guys might have seen it, but what it is. So the meme was a picture of two doors, and it was basically two options that you have. So the options were, one door, you could either go back to 10 years old, and you can go back to 10 years old, but you would know everything that you currently know. Or, the other door is you could go 15 years into the future and have $50 million. So I thought it was an interesting question. What would you do?
Well, I think it really depends. My thought is...
Depends on what?
It depends. What I'm saying, I'm about to explain if you give me an opportunity. It depends. It depends on. I know they say that you could go back to. You can go back to 10 years and you would know everything that you know. For me, I feel like going back to 10 years. Going back to 10 years.
No, to 10 years old.
Going back to 10 years old. For me, knowing everything that I know now, I feel like it would be, in a sense, me saying that I don't want to say this. I know people will judge me. I feel like it's going to be saying that I'm not happy with my life the way it is now. And for that reason, I'm like, well, I don't want to go back, because going back is indicative that there's all these things in my life all these decisions that I made that were so wrong that I would change and all this stuff. And to me, my life wasn't like fantastic or nothing. I had a poor upbringing.
It was poor upbringing, like your parents did a bad job?
No. I grew up poor. But I feel like all the things that I have experienced have shaped me into who I am now. And I feel like me just having a knowledge of something isn't the experience. So you might have the book knowledge or the understanding, or not even the understanding. You just have the knowledge that, I made this decision and I did that. Maybe I should do this instead. I don't know. For me, I'm like, I would just prefer to continue my life as is, skip forward to all the dumb parts, skip forward through some of the dumb parts, all the rest of the hard work, and then just allow into my 50 million with me. And we just travel and we do all the things that we want to do. And I feel like 15 years from my current age is not that old. I'll still be young enough to do things. And it's not saying that I would have no memory of what happened throughout the time. I just feel like, I don't know. To me, like there's just some kind of like wisdom with age and experience, and I feel like going backward in a way, in a sense, to me would just almost be like, oh, I don't like my life now, so I would want to change this. And then I would end up possibly not being with me. And then what would life be, man? I don't know. But that's the sentimental side of it.
Hold on. First thing I gotta say is this pizza is incredible. It has like American cheese, it has like that salty American cheese. Maybe it has some provolone or something. I guess with some mozzarella, but
And some cheddar.
it's such a good mix of cheeses. Cheesesteak doesn't have a cheddar on it.
It tastes like there's some cheddar.
Maybe there is, but well, I'm from Pennsylvania. Philly cheesesteak does not have cheddar on it. I mean, there's a lot of ways you can go, but you can't put cheddar on a cheesesteak.
It tastes like there's some cheddar.
I don't want to hear it. So,
You're enjoying it so much because you're enjoying that cheddar. That's sharp
so what
cheddar.
you said makes so little sense. You said you didn't want to skip over all the dumb parts and the bad parts. You've been skipping over all the good parts too. I mean, this is like prime adulthood right now. Financially independent of your parents, doing your own thing, have your career. Why would you want to skip over 15 years of this after like all the hard work of being like in school, all that stuff? And if you say
Skipping
that,
over the hard work.
if you're saying that you don't regret your life or anything, and everything you did was just perfectly fine to your liking, then just relive it all again. You can go through all your good memories, and you'll have a whole level of wisdom because you already have the information that you've acquired. So it really lengthens your life. Now, to me, that's what you want to do. Like you chose going forward. And 50 million, I mean, that's nothing to sneeze at. That's actually a lot of money. More money than the vast majority of people will ever see in their lives, but you had to trade that for 15 years. Like to me, time is more valuable than money. So I don't want to sell 15 years for money.
But the thing too though, like, I feel like time spent is also valuable for me. So the experiences that I've had, they're all valuable to me. I don't want to lose the experience of it, the feel of it.
How? You wouldn't. You hate everything you know now. You're basically yourself today in a 10-year-old body.
Yeah, but I want to be an adult. I have to wait 8+ years.
So you'd rather sacrifice 15 years to not have to relive your life that was so fine and satisfactory. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, which one is it?
It can be both. I mean, I get your point in that I also value time. I think time is important. But I feel like time as a child, I don't necessarily want that again. And a lot of the things that I've experienced, to me, like I said, it made me who I am. But that don't mean I want to experience them all over again or make those exact same decisions and be like, oh, I remember I did this, I felt this way, and da-da-da-da. Maybe I might be able to cope with it better, having the understanding that I'm going to get through it and knowing what the future will look like if I make the same kind of decisions. But
Here's the difference. Even if you tried to make every decision the exact same, you try not to change a thing, eventually you're going to get to a point where you're back to being the age you are now, and everything from that point on will be new again. But you know what you won't be? 50. If you jump, or 60 or whatever you will be if you jump 15 years in the future. I mean, to me, time is just like the most valuable thing. The amount of things the amount of knowledge I've acquired over the years, not even I mean, not even that would require me to make any important decision as like becoming an entrepreneur. Just what I know about what has happened in the world since I was 10 years old, I can just invest and make way more than $50 million. So the money to me is not even an issue, but I don't want to trade 15 years of my life to have the 50 million. Because I'd make that and then some. I mean, people would think I'm like remember in Back to the Future, when the guy had that, he was gambling and he was making all this money, and then they realized he had a book in his pocket that was like from the future, so that's how he knew everything, how to gamble everything. It'll be like that.
But I feel like those changes that would be made would affect your experience, and it would affect the decisions that you make, and it could affect the outcomes.
What?
The money that you have, and the decisions that you make in regards to the money with the knowledge that you have, I think it would affect the outcome. As a black woman, it would be great to be able to make the decision and have that experience and all of that. However, the downside of it is that I'm going to be stinking rich. And I would either have to hide that.
The downside of that.
Listen, let me ask you a question. If I was worth $50 million before we got married, and you knew that I was wealthy, would you have dated me? Would you have even felt like you were even worth, like you were even on my level? How would you have?
I didn't know what you were worth when I met you.
But what I'm saying is, if you knew that I was worth 50 million, you're not answering my question. If you...
Listen, I have a question. I don't know. Do y'all ask for W-2s before you date somebody? Or try to date somebody or go out with them? I mean, 50 million ain't a lot. Like you'll be on TV every day. Like you can have $50 million and nobody know.
Mm-hmm. But if you have an idea that I'm making mad money, you wouldn't date me. There's a lot of guys who don't want to date women that are successful and who already have money because they kind of feel like, well, what can I provide to her? I'm not even on her level.
That's like a woman who's a doctor. A woman who has $50 million, I mean, that's different. That's not like somebody who you're competing with, because you can.
He still didn't ask my question. Would you, knowing that I'm worth a lot of money, you may not know the exact worth, but knowing that I'm worth way more money than you could imagine, or you even have an idea of, would you feel like you will be on my level? Would you feel like you are?
Yes.
That's not true, because I know someone that you didn't date because you felt like you weren't on their level because that person made a lot of money, or that person's family was rich.
Who's that? I don't know what you're talking about. Also, if I go back to 10, I mean, there's so many things that I've done. There's so many moments you wish you had back. I mean, there's so many situations where you mistreated your family, maybe your friends, said things you shouldn't have said, that you can altogether avoid. Now, being a human being, you know, you may just go back and make all different mistakes again, but y'all know there's things in your life that haunt you. Like, man, if I wouldn't have did that, if I wouldn't have said that, you can cancel all of it. Especially knowing what you know now.
But sometimes even looking back in situations, like there are mistakes I feel like I've made, or things that's happened in my life, and I still have no idea why it happened. I don't know what I said, I don't know what I did to cause whatever it is. I'm going back to potentially change those things that are haunting me now. I wouldn't know what to start because I don't know. and there's no way for me to find out. So I mean, it's
You're
easier
talking
said
about
than
a lot
done.
of exceptions to the rule. Most things that you did, you know that you knew even them that they were the wrong thing. You can go back and
Did I tell you guys that I was a square growing up? There were very few things that I could like look as an adult, like I could look back and be like, oh yeah, man, yeah, I shouldn't have done that. Or yeah, I shouldn't have done that. There are things that I have done that was super wrong, but the thing is, or things that I would say have led to the ending of relationships, and I'm like, I don't even know what I did. Even to this day, I don't know like what I said, I don't know what I did. And so going back isn't gonna change that if I don't have any information. Now if I did have the information, then sure. And so for those reasons, I would want to go back. But outside of that, like me getting in trouble for not doing my chores or whatever, like that's not a big enough decision for me that I would want to change. I wasn't out here being like a dick, you know, to my family members, treating people mean.
We're talking about multiple options though. It's not like that's just the only reason you do it. There's no one reason that you do anything. I'm providing multiple reasons why I would go back as opposed to just go forward.
Agreed. I can agree with that. This pizza has cheese whiz or something in it.
Maybe it's like a Velveeta or something. It's almost too cheesy.
My soul was like, wait a minute. I was like, maybe it's not sharp, maybe it's not cheddar.
It's very oily too.
But it's definitely cheese whiz or something.
This is like
let's
oil,
see.
more oily than any grocery store pizza I've ever had. Which, I mean, I'm not upset about. This is definitely cheat day. I mean,
We'll have to read the ingredients and see what came in the package.
15 years in the future. There's so many things that I look forward to every day, just being the age I am now. Finally getting out of debt.
Is there an option where you can just be like, no, I'm good, I don't need to walk through any doors?
Yeah, but there's no option to come up. You pretty much just live it for the first time. Either you skip it and you get paid off, or you go back and you have a chance with all your knowledge to remake it and then some. But it's seldom.
What if you just want to experience? Because you're right, I do agree with you in that the life that I'm currently living and the way it is, like, it's enjoyable. I worked so hard to get to this point. I don't want to like skip the good part, the sweet spot.
But
I
nothing's
feel like this
easy,
is a
though.
sweet spot.
There's nothing easy. Now, there's so many things I'm like, man, I could have done that if I'd have just jumped on it 10 years ago, 15 years ago, whatever. Like now, I don't know what the next big thing is. I don't have any extra special knowledge. There's no advantage to this. I just have to go through it every day, take the right risks, make the right choices. That's more difficult than anything else.
But it's still living, man. Being present is so valuable. Being like in the moment. You know when you're going on a date and your date stays on their cell phone? Person not being present, they're not being in the moment, they're not enjoying, what it is that's going on. I want like my present life. I don't want to go back. I don't need to go back to make all these. If I had a wretched life, if I was out here just doing all kind of wretched things, then yeah, I'd want to go back, just get my life together, change some stuff. Because I don't want to be out here being a wretched person. That's not me. I wouldn't want to live knowing that I was such a wretched individual, screwing people's lives, just being a nuisance. Like, I wouldn't want to do that. But again, like to me, like just being present, just being in the moment, enjoying the moment as you're experiencing it. Like to me, that's important. I want to walk through that door. That's the door I want to walk through.
That's just picking neither. For the purposes of this, you gotta choose one. It sounds like we both chose opposite things. I would absolutely go back to B10 and come out here and get this guap. And
Well,
you will go
I would enjoy your 60-year-old you.
15 years in the future and be 90.
By the time you're an adult. No, I mean, if I'm skipping, I'm still gonna be with you. It's not like you're gonna disappear.
No, you don't know what's gonna happen. Maybe we won't be together. Who knows what happened in the next 15 years? All you know is that you're gonna go 15 years in the future and have $50 million.
He ain't going nowhere.
I mean, what if you died at 51? That would be a super waste.
But I wouldn't know that. I'll just die.
Well, you would then, though. I mean,
Yeah, but a dead know nothing. Once you're dead,
it would
you're
be a
dead.
bad decision, basically, though.
I wouldn't know that somebody.
If I'm gonna die at 51, then I need to go back to 10 because I can get every.
But you don't know that you're going to. It's not like, oh, by the way, your last day
By that-
is 51. Like
If that's the case, then it doesn't matter for anybody who dies.
it doesn't, because you don't know when you're going to die. If somebody tells you yes, you're going to die.
People don't want to die, though. Not necessarily.
I'm not saying people don't want to die, but what I'm saying is, if before I chose the door, they were like, oh, P.S. You'll be dead at 51. I'll be like, oh, take me back to 10. That's different. If you make decisions, sometimes you make decisions based on the information that you have. If I got that little P.S., if somebody slide through that P.S. telling me that I'm going to die at 51, then I wouldn't take going into the future. But the situation is that you don't know. So if I jump into the future and then I die in a car crash and I'm dead on impact, I wouldn't know. I would be dead. I wouldn't know that I made I wouldn't know that. Okay,
it's a bad decision if you die at 51 and you went in 15 years in the future.
I'm agreeing, yes, that it would be a bad decision, but I wouldn't know it's a bad decision if I am dead. Now, it would be a bad decision if at 51 I get into an accident and I'm a vegetable and I'm just in bed like, oh no. Oh
well,
no.
I guess there's no way to
I
know.
should have.
I guess you could go back.
I should have gone back.
I guess you could go back and be 10 and then end up getting like leukemia or some childhood disease that you didn't get in your first version of your life. Or maybe you get money at a young age and you start living too reckless and you get that bug.
That's what I said.
We'll be out here, man. People still getting the bug out here. They're supposed to have a vaccine or something, ain't they? Look, when they get the HIV vaccine, people are going to be out here partying like it's 1999. You better get married now. The HIV vaccine is coming. It's going to get crazy.
He laughs at my father. It's so funny to me. He doesn't think he laughs at him at all, but he does. Just like him. Twins, I tell you, twins.
Man, I'm getting pretty full. This oily pizza, man.
You trying to wrap up?
Hit me in the bottom of the stomach, yeah. I'll finish this later. So, let us know in the comments what you think. Like, would you go 15 years in the future and get that 50 mil? Or you gonna go back to you 10?
And why?
And relive it all with the mindset that you have now. And why, yeah. So, thought it was a good little debate, little topic. So, let me know what y'all think. Anyway, we'll see y'all soon.